All right, let's fucking try this shit again. Let's try this again. All right, let's see. Let's see. Are we back? Are we back? What's good, Akinola? What's good, Eli? Yeah, man. So, technology, man. Can't rely on this shit for nothing. Can't rely on this for nothing, dude. It's like, oh, you got peak viewers. Yoink. It's ridiculous. It was the feds. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was. All right. Well, I mean, we'll wait like maybe a minute or two, and then we'll get back into this of what we were talking about. Out of my control, chat. Out of my control. They don't want us to have the knowledge. Well, you're gonna get it, man. You're gonna get the knowledge. Fed intervention or not. I don't even have my music up or anything, dude. All right. Yeah. We're back. Okay. I mean, we definitely had like 50 or 60, and now we've got like 20. So, yikes. But, all right, I'll just get into it. Fuck it. They can watch the recording. Euro GBP. All right. We briefly discussed the mitigation within that discount relative to this high and this recent low. We traded above, really all of these highs, but the formation of like these three lows here, that is the highest and I guess largest up candle. Okay, low, high, lower, low. Then we traded through that. This to me ends up becoming the mitigation to go higher, which is within a discount seeking internal range liquidity. All right. Now, why would we be looking at Euro GBP, the cross pair? Because, well, if the dollar, I mean, it's a President's Day in the U.S., markets really aren't doing all that much. So if we're not going to have a large range day in the dollar or even the majors, then we may see some movement in the cross pairs. So that was kind of the justification for going over to the cross pair Euro GBP. Make sense? Drop a like if you guys are here. We lost a lot of people. Rest in peace. We lost a lot of viewers, man, doing that bullshit. So yeah, that to me, simple mitigation. Okay. But when it comes to context, okay, you need to know what the market is going to reach for. Right? There has to be a target there has to be, in my opinion, a level of liquidity that is going to be attacked. Price is going to be a magnet, the same way you saw price magnetize from that mitigation right to this level of liquidity, and even a little bit beyond. We do have an imbalance up here that it ended up reaching for, right? So to me, those are easy trading opportunities with defined risk, very low risk on this. I mean, that's not even 10. That's like maybe 8 pips at the most on that, you know? Now, you would have only got about 8 or 10 out of this, but win is a win. Yeah, Sean, well, I restarted OBS. That didn't work. So I just restarted the whole computer, and that's what took so long. So anyway, for the euro, I have no idea. I don't know. Could be bullish. We ended up trading below December's low sometime, what was that, last week? Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week took that low, and we have been trading away from that. So the euro could be bullish. I think it goes without saying, but we would need a bearish dollar, which I believe also took, you know, December's high, but it also traded into the higher end of that weekly imbalance. So we definitely came off of that. So this week could be bearish. Could be bearish. But as always, what is the target likely to be? What is the target supposed to be? If the dollar is going to trade lower, we do have some lows at 103.89. Could be. The euro, I don't know if it has those same highs here. Just a intermediate term high. You know, that's really the only high between that sell-off back on the 2nd and that run on the 14th last week. You know, that's the only distinctive high that's there, because everything else up here, this is probably an imbalance from Friday. That's probably like a CPI, or I forgot what news specifically on that day, but that's definitely an imbalance. So if we trade above this high, it's probably going to head into the 40s or the 50s, you know, at least, I would say. So could be fairly bullish. So there's your answer to that, my friend. NFP, yeah, you're probably right. It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as it's like a level 3 news that just absolutely gives everybody the eggplant emoji, then yeah, there's going to be inefficient price delivery in that, and within this too. It's just that can be left open for a while. Do some of your live streams will disappear and cannot be watched? You can watch. There's only like 2 or 3 streams I ever deleted. Like if I started the stream and it only went on for like 5 minutes and I restarted the stream, that 5-minute one is going to be deleted because it's just a waste. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only streams I delete, but everything else is saved. Now, I will tell you though, a lot of them are free, but quite a number of them have been saved for members only. So, you know, if you're not a member here, you're not going to be able to watch those, but I do have a lot of free content if you do not want to pay for content. Because I do want to do that, right? I want to have paid content, of course, but I also do want to have free content for you guys as well. You see these highs on British pound at all? I mean, I haven't looked at this today, but 1 high, 2 highs, 3 highs, breakdown, retracement, see ya. Where have you seen that drawing before? Little 1, 2, 3 breakdown, retracement, done. Ran Sunday's low and even another low on Friday. So that's kind of cool, man. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Euro kind of did the same thing. It's just the entire formation looks okay. But you know what, though? You know what you should back test? Is some of these low risk sells or low risk buys. So what I mean by that is if you're seeing a formation, right? Higher high and then that third high. Whatever time frame that is, what you should do is go investigate the smaller time frames and say, okay, well, let's look in here. You know, what does that have to offer? I don't know, but we can always look at it. Okay. Price breaks down right here, retraces, small imbalance in here, in which it does hang around for a little bit. But no matter what, this is the point I'm trying to make, is that whether you entered off of this imbalance or even something like off a 5-minute, maybe this up candle, I mean, I don't know, lack of wick right there. Either way, if you left your stop open, right, at that third higher high, it never trades up there. It never gets there and immediately rips ass. All the way to these lows here. There's your 1 to 3.5. Sunday's low. It's a little bit of a further extension. There's your 1 to 4. You have a low and an imbalance down here. I don't know if it reached for that. I know it reached for this low. Here's your 1 to 6. So that's what I mean by like going back and studying the low risk buys or low risk sells, because you're basically trying to get that entry near that third higher high, right? That's like my point. And so I do think that that provides easy opportunities. Do you remember what we did on Friday last week with the Dow Jones? This is actually going to be in a YouTube short today or tomorrow, or maybe in a couple of days. I already made it. But do you guys remember this? I know you do. It was Friday. I mean, that was like the other day. Let's see. So you remember a little bit later, we identified the low, that lower low, and then that third lower low, right? Is there anything that is down here that's like within very close proximity to the low? What's close to that third lower low? Coming off of it, what do we have? 5-minute imbalance. That's fucking easy, right? Imbalance there. If a stop goes to that third lower low, price never gets close to it. Never even close. This is also a smaller time frame mitigation here. So that imbalance is within that. They're within each other. They overlap, right? Now, what happened in the afternoon? You remember we had that larger time frame. This was a 15-minute mitigation here. Do you remember that? Yes, John, I remember. I drew it out. I took screenshots. I fucking back tested this weekend, like you said. Right here. But remember, price needs to have a target. It's got to go somewhere. Okay? It's got to go somewhere. It can't just be random. There has to be something to target. So what I'm saying is, you could go rewatch the stream if you want to. I suggest it, at least around that 12-15 mark right in here. You should go watch it. We talked about how it's at the lower end of this mitigation. We took out a short-term low. And then what we do a little bit after the setup? What do we do? After it took off violently to the upside, right? We looked at it and said, oh, what's down in here? It's that 1 minute mitigation within that 15-minute mitigation. You see that? To me, that's not a coincidence, my friends. That's not a coincidence. This, I mean, it absolutely ripped everyone a new one there in the afternoon. But the target 880, right? That was met. But how did we get there? Look at this, fam. If you've never seen fractalization before, this is it. This is picture perfect. This is perfection, in my opinion. Right? Low, high, lower, low. We trade through it, back into it to go higher. Right? That's a classic larger time frame mitigation. But then that same formation, low, high, lower, low, higher, high, and then back into it like that. That same formation is a lot smaller, crunched in right here. You see that? Large time frame mitigation, and then small time frame mitigation within that. That is fractalization. That's what I mean when I say markets are fractal. And this is the type of stuff people don't understand. Oh, the 1 minute time frame sucks. The fuck you mean one minute time frame sucks? That's a wick entry on a 1 minute, straight to profit, straight to TP. The fuck are you talking about? Those people don't know. They don't fucking know. And I'm not trying to make fun of them, but it's like they're giving out such bad advice, and that really, you know what I mean? Like it's fucked up. They're giving people bad information. Especially coming off that run on all of these lows here. Make sense? So how many mitigations do you need to see? How many targets do you need to see? If we didn't have these highs here, or like way back here from London, or no, that was Thursday's PM session, like the close of Thursday. I don't know why we did that on the close, but if we didn't have those two levels here, I would have never thought the market would have went higher. I would have said, nah, I don't know what the market's going to do. But no, I was bullish for the PM session, and we immediately went higher. Now, to be fair, the PM session technically was bearish. I mean, by the end of the day, it was. So technically, I was wrong, because we did trade higher, but then we absolutely dominated that later part of the PM session. So technically, I was wrong about being, I was bullish, even though the market went lower. But our upside target was met. So that to me is still tradable. Wasn't looking for shorts. I wasn't. I was looking for longs here. Whoop. All right. So that hopefully should give you a better understanding of mitigation. Possibly a little bit more on time, price, and context. This was the PM session. 12 o'clock is here. What's our opening of that session? Our opening is here, right? So if we're bullish, we want to buy below the session open. There's buying below the open. Where's our equities open? New York Stock Exchange, 830 is here. So look at that. We're buying or looking for longs below the PM session open and below the equities open. Where's that liquidity? External range liquidity above the open. Easy. Easy. I already have I think 2 or 3 seasonality lectures or videos that you can go watch. Last week you talked about the AM and PM session and about lunchtime, describe time, price, context, and this kind of stuff, but cannot find it. So maybe it is set to member only. It might be. I don't know which video specifically that was. You know, I don't have like an assistant or, you know, someone to edit the descriptions and be like, these are the things we talked about. I mean, I could probably do that, but I haven't done it. So I don't know what's in each and every specific video. But you know what? Let me look at my channel real quick. Because every once in a while, or I'll rename the session like based on what the focus was on, or, you know, something like that. But I'm pretty sure it was the don't get lost in the sauce video. And yeah, that is member only. Members only. So that is that. Well, what's good, Lee Bright? Haitian Lee Bright here. What's good, man? Do you have a single video on how to analyze the dollar from top to bottom? Every major currency paired with the dollar makes 85% same move, GU and EU. Well, they're different. Their weights are different. British pound and the euro have different weights in the dollar index. Okay. The euro has a much larger weight than British pound does. Okay. You need to be aware of that. So they are going to be similar, but not the same. I mean, even New Zealand, you know, what the fuck's going on over here? New Zealand is higher. Aussie's kind of higher too, but they're not the same. You know, why is New Zealand up 0.4? Are they even open? Yeah. So they're not evenly weighted. So just be mindful of that. And that's where relative strength comes in and all that good shit. Okay. But for tomorrow, or for possibly later this week, I would have some of these levels on my chart if I were you. The 5,012 level is some lows. I want to say the Dow has that similar level as well as far as the lows go here. So that's easily going to be a level of liquidity at some point. Easily. So if we get like a good formation higher, we break down and retrace, that could easily be a target for the downside. Okay. Last video is 2 days ago live, and next is 9 days ago live. I mean, I haven't missed a day in forever. We have the one now. We have the one 25 minutes ago, which we get probably... Actually, I'm going to keep that one because that was long enough. Fridays was 2 days ago. Lost in the Sauce was 4 days ago. Tuesday was 5 days ago. Monday was 6 days ago. And then the Friday was 9 days ago. It's just those three are member only. So maybe that's why you see it that way. What's good, Zoc Joe? Okay, so we went over the philanthropy stuff earlier on the last stream. We went over a little bit on time price context, a little bit on mitigation and the triple lows or triple high like formations. Those are kind of cool. I mean, I never really taught that. But again, those levels are going to be on my chart for this week. If not tomorrow, probably this week for Dow and S&P. The Nasdaq, I think that's slightly lower, so I'm not really going to pay attention to that. Okay? And yeah, that's really about it for today. How is Stillness is the Key going? Well, I mean, I read that book like 3 years ago. And I've flipped through it plenty of times already. It's a very, I don't want to say unique, but I mean it's a very good concept for the world that we live in, because everything is so fast paced, right? There's social media where we have shorts and Instagram reels and tweets and stories to watch, where everything is just so fast, where I think sometimes we forget to slow down, enjoy things for what they are, stop trying to rush things, or cutting out the noise and stuff like that. What the fuck was that? Cutting out the noise and focusing on what really matters, or just being still. And that the reason why we went back to that book for book of the month is, well, number one, it's been a couple years since we made it book of the month, but it was the first book that a lot of people actually reached out to me and enjoyed. Like, they made it known that they enjoyed that one more than the others. I mean, the others are still good. I don't think I give out bad book recommendations, but it was just, I got more feedback from Stillness is the Key than any other book that I've given. So I was like, yeah, we'll probably do this again. And so we did. It's right up there on my wall shelf, which is why my other Instagram is called The Wall Shelf. What's good, Electric? But I mean, we're pretty much done. We're pretty much at the end of the session. I really don't have anything else for you guys. I mean, it's a bank holiday. There's really not a lot to do. We went over a few things, a few concepts to study and look at, so that pretty much covers it, man. But yeah, we've been here for 27 minutes. So Electric, I mean, if you just want to scroll back, or like if we end this here in just a minute, you can just rewatch the session, the recording. It's not, not a big deal. I don't think I had anything else. Matter of fact, let me ask you guys this. Are any of you guys from Houston? Or surround, maybe Dallas, or Austin's kind of far, but well, I mean, Dallas is kind of far too. Are any of you guys from either Austin, Dallas, or Houston? Oh, that's an interesting way of describing your boss, Alex. One thing I will tell you this, Alex, when it comes to buying books for others, or at least giving away books you already have, I will say this though. About half of the people that I give books to don't even read them. Like, I'll give somebody a book like 6 months later. I'm like, hey, are you liking meditation so far? Are you liking Stillness is the Key so far? And it's always, oh, well, I haven't really got around to it, but I'm gonna get to it soon. I'm like, you haven't touched it in 6 months. You ain't never reading it. But hey, you can never say it was my fault. I don't gatekeep here, bro. That's the thing too, man. Not that I wanted to touch on this today, but it just crossed my mind. And I freestyle pretty much every live stream, so, but it's cool. Someone reached out to me the other day, because I asked you guys on my social media, on my Instagram story, I asked you guys what your biggest complaint was about, like, business, the MLM industry, entrepreneurship, whatever. And every once in a while, I'll get a response. I don't think it's the same guy, though, or same girl. But I always get this response that people think that educators hold back information. Some people still think that educators hold back information. I never did. I literally gave you guys everything. So it's just interesting to me that some people still believe that, though. Eli's from Arizona. Alex is from Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay. Struggled with reading just from the concentration. Hey, I get it. I was not a good reader at first. I promise you that. We had a deep conversation. We had a deep convo, and he asked me for a book I recommend. Well, that's good of him to do that. Should have gave him Stillness. Probably should have got him Meditations as well. But I mean, it's cool. Stillness is a very good start. It's an easy read. Sandro's not a gatekeeper either. I don't like lending books out because I never read it. I hate missing copies in my library. Yeah, that's why I said you just got to give. I mean, bro, nobody ever borrows anymore. If you let somebody borrow money, that shit is gone. If you let somebody borrow a book, that shit is gone. Okay? There's no borrowing anymore. If people are struggling that bad, there's a 99% chance you're not going to get that back. So at this point, I don't even expect it. I'm just like, here, have it. Just keep it. You know what I mean? Because you're just going to be miserable trying to expect people to give shit back to you. So there's a little life lesson for you. Free of charge. Free of charge. That's good, Electric. Oh man, I'm tired again. Mitigation to the downside, 1, 2, 3, then up. Can you do an example the opposite way? I mean, yeah, we did some in the last stream, Stephanie. The euro. This will probably be the last thing, and then we'll hop off here. The euro had one. I don't know what it was reaching for. I mean, I wouldn't have taken this, but there's one high, two highs. There's your third higher high. Breaks down. Retracement. Ripperoni. You know? I mean, they've been there. You know what I mean? So there's like easily a example of that. So easy. Mother-in-law was able to watch Baby Pips. No, that's good, man. It's always good to have a free babysitter. The old mother-in-law. Nice. Which post should we comment on Twitter for the challenge? Vadu, what challenge are you talking about? We gave away a couple of challenges already. So that's over and done with, my friend. I might give away one more next week. Or maybe this week. I don't know, I haven't decided. Because I want to give one more away before the 10% off code expires, because that will expire soon. So I want to give away one more before it expires. Yes, Willow. I agree. I agree. Man, I was about to say something and then I forgot. I totally forgot. Anyway. Yeah, so if you guys look down in the description below the Instagram, so you can create a free demo account at the Sway Markets website right there. You don't have to deposit any money, but you can create a free demo account. The Scribbles That Matter weekly planner is right below that. There's an Amazon link to that. I've got mine already right next to me. Below that, you can get a funded challenge at the Liquid Trader. And if you use the coupon code New Year, NEWYEAR, New Year. Oh, it's a 30% off, not 10%. Sorry about that. It's a 30% off a 10K or a 25K challenge. So don't forget, a lot of, the things that I talk about here, the links are always going to be in the description. Okay. There's even like the Amazon shop there if you want to or if you guys want to get some books like Meditations or Letters from a Stoic, stuff like that. That's all available for you too. right? So if you want to create a free demo account, you can do that. If you want to purchase a challenge, you can do that. If you want to get the journal, you can do that. You know, it's all optional. You know, I'm just laying it out there for you. You don't have to, but it's there for you. Again, no gatekeeping here. No gatekeeping. Yeah, a lot of you guys got your journal last week, which is great. You know, staying organized. But anyways, guys, I got some stuff I got to do today. I really got to get on that. So that's going to be it. As a reminder, okay, tomorrow we are going to start at 12:30 or 1:30 Eastern. Okay, we're going to start 30 minutes late tomorrow, which would probably be on time for some of you because you're always fucking late. So for some of you, we'll start on time, but for the 80-90% of us, we are going to start 30 minutes late more than normal. All right, so Electric will probably be on time. Beverly will probably be on time. Mia probably will be on time too, but for the rest of us, it's going to be 30 minutes. All right, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, so with that being said, y'all have a blessed day. Drop one more blessed emoji real quick. Drop one more blessed emoji for the philanthropy work that we've started, man. You know, it's just a very simple way to celebrate what it is that we're doing here. You know, it's slightly unfortunate that on Twitter and on Instagram, he is crediting me for the donation, but I didn't want that. When I originally bought the coffees, I bought it on behalf of the Smart Money Stoics community. So, you know, I did my best for that because I didn't want the credit. I wanted our community to have the credit. So it is what it is, but that is what we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? How can I start as a trader? Go to that link in the description. Go to that Sway website and create a demo account. Create a demo account. You don't have to create a live account. Just create a demo account. And keep watching the rest of this channel. Keep watching the live streams. So yeah. Y'all be good, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
Maybe in another time, maybe in another life, maybe in some other way, maybe in a different place. Maybe if there was no lies, maybe if we both had tried, maybe if I hadn't stayed, maybe with a different face. If only I could, but I can't now. time, maybe in another life, maybe in some other way, maybe in a different place. Maybe if there was no lies, maybe if we both had tried.